A lot of times when people are doing exercises, things like push-ups, yoga, burpees, mountain climbers, things where they're supporting their weight with their hands and their wrist, a lot of times people will get complaints of pain in their wrist. It's a very common thing with a very simple solution. If you look at a picture of an x-ray of the hand and the wrist, you'll see that it kind of looks like someone took a hand, broke it, and then glued it back together. There's a lot of little bones inside the wrist called carpals. And what people often do is they bend their wrist too much and they start to compress those carpal bones into each other, and that causes discomforts. If you look at my wrist, if I just voluntarily bend my wrist as much as it can, it's going to come shy of 90 degrees. But oftentimes when people are exercising, they'll take their hand and they'll actually bend it further than it needs to go. And as you can see, as I let go, it doesn't go all the way back there. So the solution to this is not getting the palms flat on the ground as you're doing exercises. You actually want to keep the hand cupped a little bit. I tell clients to think about kind of like they're holding onto an egg as they do that. That's going to keep pressure along the outside of the palm and along the butt of the palm, rather than going flat in the base of the hand. It also just limits how much you can bend the wrist back, so you're not into that flat, really compressed carpal area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some chalk on my hand and show you the two different pressure points, just so you can see how I place my hand on the floor during floor-based exercises, rather than being flat-palmed. So what I'll do first is what people often do is getting that hand flat on the ground so that their whole hand's down there. It's a little uncomfortable for me to demonstrate this as it is, but they'll come down and then push back up. What I'd rather have you do is, again, act as if you're holding onto an egg, have the palms cupped a little bit, and then do your push-up or your burpee or your yoga exercises from there. And as you can see on the mat, there's a lot less contact with the floor with this version where your hands are cupped versus this version over here where your hands are flat. So when you're putting hands on the ground in floor-based exercises, always make sure that you keep the hands cupped a little bit and you're putting more pressure along the butt of the palm rather than into the flatness. And that should help you out.